Come again to another section. I'm grateful for all the likes, the shares, and the subscribers. God bless you. Today we'll be having another wonderful section. But a little recap. Last week we talked about the last time we talked about what is Excel in general terms, and we made mention of the fact that Excel is a spreadsheet, and not just it's not just a spreadsheet; it's a digital spreadsheet where you get to organize, analyze data, right, and also make informed decisions. That's more like the end result. Last time when we had a section, we connoted there are different categories or different things which are grouped in categories that you can find on the Excel chart. And we made mention of the fact that there's a customized quick access to toolbar where you get to click. If you want an open, for example, you just click it and it's here. This is an open, this for open here. You want to delete it, you go for that, click and it goes off. We talked about sheets that we said multiple sheets gives a workbook, one or more sheets, meaning it can be multiple, it can just be one sheet, or give they are summed up into a workbook. So one or more sheets, right, is a workbook, and this is a workbook like this. And a worksheet is just one sheet itself, just one sheet where you get to do your calculations and organize data as it pleases you. We also talked about ribbons. If you've not seen that video, please go right after this video to go check for that video, right? Today is an interesting topic, and we'll be talking about referencing styles. Let me make it very bold. Referencing styles. Referencing styles are very important in Excel, yes, and it helps us to do a lot of our calculations, a lot of organizing data, a lot of how to put or position data in a certain way. Yes, referencing styles are very, very key. Now we have three major referencing styles. We have the relative referencing style, we have the absolute referencing style, and we have the mixed referencing style. These styles are could be used interchangeably. Sometimes they could be used just one, could use one style at a time. Other times you could use two in one calculation. Other times you could use even all of them. It all depends on the scenario where you get to need any of these styles. Now, the first one we'll be looking at is the relative referencing style. The relative referencing style is very popular. It's a popular referencing style that we all might be used to or might not be used to, right? It is very, very popular, and it is popular in the sense that almost all calculations done or on Excel we end up using this relative referencing style. It's a very beautiful and randomly easy kind of style where we get to tell Excel what we want and it gives us what we want in return, right? Now, we have a small calculation in our front right before us. Let's use that word. We have small calculation right before us. Let me drag this thing so we can see this. So we have a calculation right before us. We have the items, price, quantity, total sales, and tax amount. And if you see at the very end, we have the tax percentage, and the tax percentage is actually 8.5%. All right, so we'll start first of all with our relative referencing style. If you notice, we have just four items. This is not a project, but this is something just more like an instance or an example that we'll be doing using these styles. But first, we'll start with the relative referencing style. And like I said, relative referencing style is actually the most popular type of referencing style. You don't do too much, you just give Excel what it wants and it gives you a return. And yes, don't get me wrong or don't quote me wrong. Every other one you get to give Excel what it wants and it gives you back. But this is a special, this is more like garbage in, garbage out kind of referencing style. So in this case, I tell Excel I want one. I'm just giving this as a scenario 2 and 3. Now Excel would be so kind if I highlight this thing. I've highlighted it. Excel will want you want Excel to give you the remaining parts of it because obviously you are telling Excel that for every thing I'm putting out there, for example, this 1, 2, 3, add one to every answer, add one to every answer, and it gives us that exact. Let me just drag it a little, and this is it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And somebody will ask me, what about if you do for 2 times or 3 times? It's still the same thing. 4. Now, if you get to put 2 and 4, right, this one, you just highlight it. This time you don't need to drag, unlike the other one we did for 1 to 7. We dragged because there was nothing in front of it. But now this 2 and 4, something is in front of it. We just need to just tap it, and it gives us the answer. So if you want for 10 times, 100 times, 1 million times table, this is how you go about it. Just cabbage in, cabbage out. But now let's use this for a regular, or yes, a normal example that we can actually learn from. Items, we have the pen, book, eraser, sharpener, and the prices. For the pen we have 100 naira. For the book we have 500 naira, obviously. For the eraser we have 20 naira. For the sharpener we have 20 naira. And the quantity like this: 50, 30, 15, 12, respectively. Now for the relative references style, we are trying to get the total sales. And obviously the total sales will be price times quantity. The price for pen is 100 naira times the quantity, which is 50 naira, will give us our answer. And that is it. So let's go. We start with equals this times. Now how do you get your times? Is shift 8, shift 8, shift. That's the shift on your keyboard. And 8, if you press them down together, number 8, if you press them down together, you get the times the quantity, which is 50, and that is it, because it gives us 5,000 naira for pen. That's the total sales that was made for pen. If you just click this, there's a cross sign. If you click it, tap it, the answers for the other ones comes up. And let's check. 500 times 30, you see it's H4, which is on the price side. H4, 4 is the row, H is the column, times I4. 500 times 30 give us 15,000. 20 times 15 will give us 300 naira. Sharpener, 20 times 12 will give us 240. So relative references style doesn't really need any trick. It doesn't really need any addition to get answers to your questions. Rather, it just needs you to tell Excel what you want, and Excel in turn gives you the answer you require. As we just did, price, quantity, 500 times 50, and Excel gave us 5,000. If you just click on it, like this, click on it, it gives us the answers for the other ones, no special thing. And I know somebody might be asking, what about division? It's still the same thing. Still the same thing for multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, and the likes. Let me go with additional for many persons to see. And yes, please, if you do have questions, you have comments, you have something to say about this, to add to what I have said, please do well to write that in the comment section. If you are having doubts about what I have said, please also write that in the comment section. Remember, this is not a professional channel or a space. This is a space where we all learn together. Yes, we all learn together. It is not, oh, I know it all. We are learning together. So please, if you have anything at all to talk about referencing style that you feel I have not added, and maybe I have added it, but you just want to chip in one or two things, or maybe I have said something that you really don't feel is correct, please do well to write that in the comment section, and I would be glad. And at the same time, please subscribe, share, like, tell somebody about this channel. It's a learning channel where we get to learn together. If you want me to talk about any other thing that is regarding data and data analysis in general, please do that. Do well to write that in the comment section. I'll be pleased to answer your questions. And yes, if not me, any other person that is reading our line can actually do the answering if I am not present at that time. Yes, so back to what I've said, I already made mention of the fact that this relative references style can go with anything. It can go with multiplication, subtraction, addition, whatsoever formula you tend to use to do it, as far as you are not adding any extras to it. So for us to not to doubt, right? I will try with another one. I will try with the addition formula, right? So each and every one of us can actually see how to go about the relative referencing style. Nothing, just garbage in and it garbages out what you need. So I'm going to be deleting this. delete, and I'll be using the addition formula this time. So equals is a very important thing. It actually gives it gives Excel the signal that you're about to do a calculation. It's very important. So equals, sometimes you can actually just do like this here like that, but equals to is a very important signal to Excel that you're about to do or write a formula. So since you're actually doing um an addition, now we're not doing multiplication this time, just for everyone to see that relative references style is all that simple. It will be H3, which is 100 naira plus, and plus sign is shift on my keypad is shift and plus. My plus is having equals to on the keyboard, so yes, that's how I got my plus sign. We'll be talking about symbols, how to get symbols, how to use the shift controls and all that keys for our practice or for anything we want to do on Excel. But for now, let's look at our references, our relative references style. So yeah, quantity H3, which is the pricing of pen, 100 naira plus 50 naira. If we use our enter key, it gives us 150, and that's the correct thing. So we just use this when you get to the edge of the cell itself, you just click on it, no dragging, and it gives you the right answers. 20 plus 15, 35, 20 plus 12, 32, very correct. So relative reference style is relatively very easy, very easy. Now, there's something we should know. Because this is not an addition, it's the total sales is price times quantity. I'll be deleting all of this and doing the expected, the one we did before now. So this is delete. So equals this times shift 8 times this. Enter. This is it. Now, immediately you get your answers, it is very important to know that you have, especially when you're using a formula, please, when you use or after you finish using a formula, remember to remove formula after use. And this is because you might want to use this against another thing or thereabout, so it doesn't change the stance or it doesn't give you a wrong answer at the end of the day. So let's do this. We already gotten this. This is a formula. This is a formula bar, and this is a formula we just use. H3, which is 100 times 15 I3, and give us 5,000. The likes. If you click on the rest, H4 times I5, like that, like that, like that, and like that. If you notice, another peculiarity about relative referencing style is the fact that as it goes, this is row 3, right? This is row 3. Anything on row 3, this 150, 100 naira and 50 naira on row 3, this is it, H3 column H row 3 times column I row 3, which is the 15 naira, gives us this. Now, when you click on this, it moves. So it doesn't H3, I3 will not be the next formula for consideration. Excel believes that as it leaves row 3, it goes down to row 4. If you notice like that, if it leaves row 3, it goes down to row 4. If it leaves row 4, it goes down to row 5, like that, like that, like that. That is the peculiarity. So if you click on this now, you will notice it left row 3. We are still maintaining the column. It left row 3 and went forward to row 4, which is this. If you go down, it left row 4, and went down to row 5, which is this. And these are the numbers in row 5. It just goes down. It doesn't, it's not stable. It doesn't stay in one place. Relative referencing style doesn't stay in one place. It just follows through with whatever submission you have given to it, whatever you have given to him or given to it is actually an it. Whatever you're giving to Excel, it takes it and use it through with every other row that it sees. So if there's a row 10 or row 1 million, it goes like that if you have items for that rows, for those rows rather. So that is it for relative references now. Like I said, the formulas will still remain, but it's important that you remove the formulas. And how do you remove the formulas? Highlight everything because I don't want to talk about shortcuts now. Let me just highlight it. Highlight it, Control A or thereabout. Yes, Control A. Put your cursor on this and highlight everything. Control A will highlight everything, but if you want to highlight just the formulas, just put your hands on the keyboard and drag it to where you want it. Well, that is that for that. We'll come back to shortcuts and how to highlight other parts different from other parts. Talk about that as time equals 1. So all these have formulas, right? To remove the formulas, we'll copy and, sorry, I'm coming, okay? So we copy, and I'm doing it again, we copy and paste special. Now, these values, we are pasting as values, paste special. If you notice, let me remove the stuff around about it, so I'll use escape key.